Alright, well, Red Sea Bear, congratulations, you win. Whoops, I hit the wrong one. Sorry. There. Sea Bear won, not Alzu. Sorry, Alzu, you won already. And I don't have any new codes to give out. Actually, well, I do, thanks to Mr. Sea Raptor. But as you know, there's a limit to activations and stuff, and I do like to try to spread the wealth around. Sea Bear, let me get you code. Go. Boom. Alright, and time to do the usual screenshot action. Now, VyperAus is playing on the C server, so that'll be interesting to kind of see. We saw some of the meta in the last game he sent in, which is his Mogami replay that was just recently released. So it'll be interesting to see, in this case, how things work. I love the reflections on the water. Did you guys see? Look at that reflection action. It's cool. Yeah, I like it. No, you didn't, because guess what? There hasn't been any January codes, Alsu. That's what I'm saying. The patch hasn't been released yet, and we don't get new codes until the patch releases. So there are no January codes because there has been no January patch yet. That's the problem. So that's why I can't give you another code. You've already won. Anyway, we've got interesting choice in flags. Speed boost, credit boost, fire reduction, repair party boost, and it looks like, yeah, commander and regular XP boosters. Not a bad combo, and you've got the Halloween camo too. That works perfectly fine. Yeah, right, Seaver, blame the CV rework. Well, hey, you know what? At least Wargaming is doing things to make sure that that everything works fine. That's all great and fine. Yeah, see, that's what I'm worried about. I know that you've won one for me, and I know a lot of you guys see other community contributors as well. So I'm just trying to keep it to, you know, at least I know one person got a code, and I'd like to share the wealth if I can. If not, hey, whatever. I don't care, but for right now, it'd be nice to share the wealth. Anyway, so getting to this game, and thanks for your understanding, by the way. It's a tier 10 game. Obviously, you are tier 9. Conqueror is going to be a big threat to you because of HE spammy spam. Ronstadt it's interesting he's divvied up that way, but okay. Izumos, yes, can be a huge problem for you if you show broadside to him. Musashi, I love the bullet bill, that's cool. Musashi can be a threat as well. What else do we have here? Bismarck, can chew that up. Wooster, Minotaur, definitely are your food, hopefully. Prince Eugen is big time food. Hearing, Shimakaze, and Kitakaze. Kitakaze will spam you with HE shells, possibly torps. Their Shimakaze is using 20-kilometer torps, so that's going to be interesting. Hey, Wife Aggro, how are you, sir? Thanks for hopping in and hanging out. Kill this Minotaur. Absolutely. VyperAus is in a pretty good position here in the Iowa. He's ready to turn Bowen if he needs to. As a matter of fact, I think he's going slow, which is nice. Gets him ready to back out of there, that sort of thing. Oh, just a little far advanced. He didn't know that that guy was going to slow down and smoke up. Oh well. Now, one thing that I like to do in this situation here, if you want to reverse, full speed into the island and then hit the reverse keys. It's faster than trying to stop and then back up. Plus, it's harder for you to get hit while you're doing it. Broadside Kronstadt disappeared right as you went to take the shot, but you still managed to get 13k off of him. That's not bad at all. Payev is not looking good. Now this is mountain range and this is standard battle, so you have to be watching very carefully what's happening on the other flank as well. If this flank falls, you need to be prepared, mentally prepared, to run back. Right now, I don't like this spot you're in right now. Look at the Izumo can hit you, Conqueror can hit you with AP. Other Izumos up north, you're broadsiding to an awful lot of ships right now. If you want to turn away, get into half speed and make the turn before you shoot. That is really important. Once you shoot, you'll be detected, and you basically are saying, come and get it to all those other battleships that you're broadside to. Okay, so you're turning away, which is fine. Should be doing. And right now you're putting yourself into a kiting position. Ooh, good use of plane there. Okay. Maybe a little bit on that shot, but we'll have to see where the shells land. Here they come. Not bad. Okay, now you're going into full speed. I think you would have been better off just staying kind of parked a little bit, reversing a little bit, that sort of thing. One, your turrets take forever to turn. We've talked about that before with your other Mogami replay. But the other thing is, you've got a lot of ships over here. You want to stay as far off to the side as you can, so that those ships have to pay attention to you, as well as everybody else. By turning in and heading in this direction, you're basically putting yourself in the same position as the rest of your team. So the enemy only has to angle in your general direction, and that's it. Just something to be thinking about. You are broadside to that Izumo, but that Izumo hasn't noticed. He's too busy shooting the Minotaur, which is now about to die. And... no, whoa! Okay. Oh, nice torps. Those torps, some of them are going to hit. 1, 2. Nice. Edgecase is bringing up a good point. He's making, VyperAus here is making a lot of use of concealment, which is true. He's not shooting very often, and he's making his choices for shots. I would say in this situation, when you've got 2 Minotaurs over there, plus a Chapayev that's already at half, I think you'd be better off... oh, your Shimakaze taking a random torp. I think you'd be better off keeping your guns going and being spotted as much as possible. Basically turning yourself into the tank on this side. You know, your Minotaurs are paper. They're going to die if they get hit with a really good salvo. And you've already lost one of them. Yamagi isn't really that much of a tanking ship either. Especially in its current position. In order to fire all of its turrets, it's going to give up a decent amount of broadside. So, Edge is bringing up a good point, and again, why I think you should have been over here. Now, you're basically running from this flank already. And I don't necessarily think that you needed to. You've lost some ships, sure, but you're still pretty strong over here. Edgecase, would you agree with that? Just curious what you think, sir. Kronstadt is continuing to move down. And here's again, now, had you been here, look at the shot you'd have on the Kronstadt if you were still back over here. You'd have a broadside shot on him. More importantly, he wouldn't be allowed to come down this way. Because the other thing to keep in mind is, as a battleship, you project your power. And what that means is, enemy ships will look at where you are and position themselves in ways to prevent you from doing damage to them. If you are over here, there's no way in hell the Kronstadt would move up this close. Because you were so close to him, he wouldn't risk letting you take those shots. Yeah, and that's exactly right, Edge. That's what I was saying is before. Yeah, we have the 3 battleships that are pretty much in the same spot here, which you don't want to be in. At least the Amagi is starting to move out, which is good. And the Jean Bart has put himself now in a position... well, I don't know what position that is, to be quite honest. But your team has seemingly doing okay out west, and that's really important. Because those guys can work their way up. Ooh, nice Citadel on the Minotaur there. So the western side, once they've killed the Bismarck and Musashi, they will be free to move up and get flank shots on these guys, and more importantly, threaten the cap. So your job really is holding them in position. That's all you're trying to do. You're not trying to go for, like, you know, massive play or something like that, or epic carry pants mode. You're simply looking to delay these guys and prevent them from pushing in too hard. Chapayev goes down, but that's not spectacular there. Good use of F3 there. I like that. Telling the team that the gearing is going to be a priority target. Very important. Oh, look at that shot. 22k damage. Here's what I was talking about projecting your power. That Kronstadt made a huge mistake, and watch what he's going to do. He's going to back up behind the island now, because he doesn't want to give you another shot like that. Or he's going to... Looks like he's actually pulling forward and going nose in on you. Which is interesting, because he only has 25 millimeter bow armor, which means you can overmatch that bow armor with your 406s. See? So, Kronstadt, not so strong in bow on. It's not like the Stalingrad. Nice. Time for a heal. Good. Now, you're venturing off into the direction of where the gearing was last spotted. So that's something you need to be thinking about. The torpedoes went through about 30 seconds ago. So you've got about another 30 seconds or so of free movement, and then it's time to start making those zigzags. Now, you've got an Eugen and a Zumo that are both presenting you broadside. You're turning your turrets again. I don't like this. You have the ability to turn your entire ship left. Instead of, or right, I mean, instead of left. And then you would be able to get all 3 turrets on target relatively quickly. Oh, and bonus, you'd also have a shot on that gearing now. The nice thing, though, is that the Jean Bart and Amagi are both collapsing your same direction, so... or the opposite direction. So you're going to open up a little bit of firing angles on ships that way, so that's good. Not bad, 10k on the Eugen. Just with your butt gun, though, and it's going to take you a while. Now, dangerous what you're doing right now. You're trying to get your front turrets in the action as quickly as possible, but in the process, you're showing broadside to the Izumo. Fortunately for you, the Izumo has something juicier to shoot at, so he's not going to bother torping you. Meanwhile, that Minotaur is shooting you. Interesting, you don't have priority target. You should really be running with priority target on your captain, so you know when people are targeting you, especially that Minotaur, that Conqueror, and some other ships. RNG says no. And Minotaur manages to take down that Eugen. Time for heal. Slow down. Slow down. Keep that angle to the Izumo. Let him come to you and show you too much broadside. There you go. Good. You saw that coming. You still haven't used your heal, though. Look at the broadside he's giving you. This is beautiful. Slow down, though, because if you slow down, it gives him less time to react because you get closer to him. He's not even looking at you now. And you're turning your turrets again. That would be, I think, the 4th time? If you kept on going this way and cut across this side, the Izumo wouldn't be able to angle towards you, and the Imagi and the Jean Bart. He'd have to pick one or the other. By turning this way, once again, you're going into the same firing arc as your friendly battleships. You're also not using your heal still. Fletcher got ejected. Gearing is pushing the cap, which is good. There's only 3 ships left. You know where all 3 of them are. So this game is all but won. Not too bad of damage and assists so far, but could have been a lot better. HE. Okay. Oh no. See, that's where priority target helps. You know how many people are actually looking at you right now. Izumo is a ship you do not want to show broadside to. It's got incredible penetration capabilities. And again, had you been over here, look at the shot you'd have on the Izumo right now. But instead, the Izumo can angle to you. He can also angle to the Amagi. You're also taking a little bit of extra time to line up your shot, which you really don't have, as the Minotaur completely whacks that Amagi. That was a beautiful torpedo spread by the Minotaur. 7 hits, 7 bounces on the Izumo. Again, if you were here, those would not have been bounces. They would have been citadels. So I think in general, I think you need to get a little bit more confident with your battleship play. And just always thinking about positioning. Where do I want to be to do maximum impact to this game? Absolutely should have gone more east. And those shells are not going to hit you. It took way too long to decide to shoot. And that Conqueror is going to get behind the island now. You might hit him on the butt. Yeah, you didn't see. Heal. 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 Alright, so Viper is going into tunnel vision mode. Heal. Heal. There you go. Might be too late because the Conqueror is going to get a salvo on you now. Your broadside is probably going to be HE, but most importantly, that's going to do a good amount of damage to you. You're still not very saturated, especially in the bow. Yep. Yamato takes down the Izumo. Look at where the Yamato was. Do you see that? He had a broadside shot on the Izumo because the Izumo kept his bow towards you. Now, shooting right there, problem with shooting right there is you revealed yourself, you let him know where you are. And you're shooting HE. Well, again, you're gonna win, right? So at this point, it's all gravy. But it would be nice to not die. Process. I'm sure that's what you're thinking right now. That's why holding your fire is a good idea. Minotaur is going back to the cap to try to make something happen. Another fire on the Conqueror. Watch this. He's going to get a salvo on you, and doink! Look at that explosion, huh? Yeah. Big booms. Alright, so let's go to get this. That's pretty. That was not needed. You did not need to die there. Needs to be bigger. Hey, Hush. By the way, Hush, since so many of the replays are featuring you, today, do you want to get on the old voice chat and communicate? Walk us through your thoughts and stuff as you were playing. Timber! Now we're going to see the underside. It's just lewd. Love watching the colors rotate. Kind of cool. They're trying to help you go, but you know, died. Wishball says, sure. All right, cool. Forget the compliments. And boom. All right, guys. Any other comments you want to give to VyperAus? Kitty cat. What are you doing, kitty cat? Okay. While that gets all figured out, we're gonna do another. And ironically enough, Kushabao wins. All. Alright, so that takes care of the Iowa replay. My cat is literally just sitting here, like, just trying to get in the way of everything. Hosh, I'm gonna go on to the Discord, and we're gonna load up, starting with your Udaloy game. Okay, dude, you cannot be here. There you go.